This is where most of the waste materials from the entire city of Abuja ends up. It's massive. It goes as far as your eyes can see. This is Abuja, Nigeria's planned and purpose-built capital. And yes, it has a huge waste management problem. It generates over 400 tons of solid waste a day. That's 150,000 tons every year. And nearly half of it is organic material that's rotting away in open dumps, even on the streets, sadly. But come to think of it, all that waste, the food scraps, the plastic bottles, the organic materials, it's not just waste, it's potential energy. It's fertilizer for our farms. It's raw materials for our industries. In fact, this is wealth being wasted. Abuja's largest landfill is located in Gosa. And in this video, we are going to go to Gosa Landfill and explain exactly how waste can be transformed into 3 valuable products. And the third one will really surprise you. This is infrastructure in sight. So let's go and see. Abuja is one of Africa's fastest growing capital cities. With that growth comes prosperity, but it also comes with challenges. As we drive towards the outskirts of the Federal Capital Territory, we're heading to a place where most residents would rather forget exists. But ignoring a problem doesn't make it go away. It makes it bigger. Welcome to Gosa Landfill. This is where most of the waste from the Federal Capital Territory of Abuja ends up. As you can see, it's massive. It goes as far as your eyes can see. It's huge. This isn't just trash. This is segregated opportunity. If you look over there, you see bags of materials that will be used for compost. These are yard trimmings, leaf clippings, dry grasses. Over here are bags of plastic. This is a heap of papers, all different kinds of papers. What they are doing here is waste segregation. Different scavengers come and segregate their waste and put them in different positions. And then from here, they try to take them to the market and they sell them. The key to unlocking the value in this waste is understanding what each of them can become. So let's start with the most abundant material that we have on this site, organic waste. Nearly half of all waste here is organic, from grass clippings to restaurant waste. Rather than being processed, they are allowed to decompose in this open field, releasing a greenhouse gas, methane, which is 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. But there's a better way. Organic waste can be transformed through a process known as composting into mineral-rich manure that is desperately needed by farmers who feed this city. Step 1, collection and sorting. Organic waste is separated from plastics and other non-biodegradable materials. The second step is shredding and mixing, where organic material is broken down into smaller pieces and mixed to create the right carbon to nitrogen ratio. This helps microorganisms to do their work. The third step is aeration and moisture control, where the compost is regularly turned and oxygen is introduced. The moisture levels are monitored. This is where the magic happens. Billions of microorganisms break down the waste. Within 60 to 90 days, what was once garbage becomes dark rich compost, essentially high quality organic fertilizer. So imagine if every ton of organic material is composted instead of dumped, would produce tens of thousands of tons of organic fertilizer each year in Abuja and make much better use of our waste than we're currently doing today. And we'll be able to reduce our dependence on expensive imported and locally made chemical fertilizers. If you're finding this content valuable and you want to see more interesting stories, hit that subscribe button. We tell stories of what we have built and stories about how we can build a better future with what we already have. So hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started. If you look around here, you see packaging, you see PET bottles, you see different kinds of plastic. But unlike organic material, plastic does not decompose. It only breaks into smaller and smaller pieces, polluting our climate and our environment for hundreds of years. But plastics are some of the most valuable materials in this landfill. And one of the reasons is because they can be recycled, not just once, but over and over. They can be turned into different products at different points in their life. And sometimes you can't even determine how many times a particular plastic can be recycled. That's the value that plastic carries. PET bottles like this can be turned into new bottles. HDPE materials, those are materials like milk bottles. Those can be melted down and used to manufacture pipes and even outdoor furniture and other construction materials too. The process of plastic recycling starts with collection and sorting. Different types of plastic must be separated: PET, HDPE, PVC, LDPE, because each of them melts at different temperatures. Next is cleaning. The plastics are washed to remove dirt, labels, and contaminants. Clean plastic is essential for quality recycled products. Then comes shredding. The clean plastic is cut into small flakes or pellets. Think of it like breaking down the material so it can be reborn as something new. Finally is melting and molding. The plastic flakes are heated and transformed into pellets, which manufacturers can use to create new products. Bottles, containers, pipes, building materials, even road construction components can be created from this. Abuja produces thousands of tons of plastic waste every year. If we have the right infrastructure, this site can become a manufacturing depot for the production of plastic materials. Instead of importing virgin plastics, we can make use of recycled plastics gotten from a site like this and feed our industries from here. We could be creating a circular economy where waste becomes resource, becomes product, becomes waste, and becomes resource again. And the economic opportunity, creating jobs in collection, sorting, processing, and manufacturing. This is the power of seeing waste differently. But the biggest transformation happening here in Gosa isn't just about making compost or recycling plastic. It's about something even more ambitious, turning this entire mountain of waste into electricity. Yes, electricity. Did you know that Sweden produces the highest percentage of its electricity from waste among countries worldwide? Sweden processes nearly all its waste through waste-to-energy plants, converting about 5.3 million tons of household and industrial waste annually into energy. In 2011, these plants generated 2,000 megawatt-hour of electricity, accounting for 2.45% of the nation's total electricity supply, marking the highest international energy recovery rate from waste at the time. More recent data confirms Sweden supplies electricity to 780,000 households via 34 waste-to-energy plants, sustaining its leadership in waste-derived power relative to total output. Countries like Denmark and Germany trail Sweden in proportional share. China, with 7,300 megawatts from its 300 waste-to-energy plants in 2017, dominates in terms of absolute capacity, but its vast total electricity production yields a much smaller percentage share. In 2022, the Federal Capital Territory Administration announced a pilot project here at Gosa, a waste-to-energy plant developed in partnership with Casemate Investment Limited. The vision: convert trash into usable power for Abuja residents. Now let me be clear about this. This plant is not operational yet. It's still in the planning and development phase. But the technology exists and is proven. And this is something that is very doable here in the FCT. So let me show you how this is going to work. There are two main methods of extracting energy from waste. The first is called anaerobic digestion, perfect for organic waste. Organic waste is placed in sealed digesters, which are tanks without oxygen, large tanks. Inside, specialized microorganisms break down the organic matter, producing biogas, primarily methane and carbon dioxide. This biogas is inflammable. It can be burned to generate electricity, or even refined and used as vehicle fuel. And the solid material left over, that one can become high-quality compost. According to recent studies, Abuja's waste can produce 3.6 million tons of biogas annually. This is about 8% of the electricity that is needed to power this city. But that's just from organic waste. The second method is called thermal conversion. In this particular method, non-organic, non-recyclable waste is fed into a specialized furnace where it's burned at extremely high temperatures, over 850 degrees Celsius. The intense heat produces steam, which drives turbines to generate electricity. Modern incinerators are equipped with advanced pollution control systems to minimize emissions. And here is the remarkable part. This process reduces waste volume by up to 90%, dramatically extending landfill lifespan. When you combine biogas production with thermal conversion, studies have shown that Abuja could meet 83% of its energy needs through conversion into energy of waste from places like Gosa Landfill. This shows what is possible when we stop seeing waste as a problem and start seeing it for the potential that it has. The Gosa Waste to Energy project, along with urban planning initiatives, working with international partners, represents Abuja's commitment to building the infrastructure, governance framework, and community awareness needed to make large-scale waste recovery a reality. The journey from dumps to works, from waste to what, has begun here in Abuja. The pilot projects are in motion. The frameworks are being built. The story is still being written. So, that's the story from Gosa Landfill. One product, 3 transformation, fertilizer for our farms, recycled plastic for our industries, all waste to energy, powering our homes. The technology exists. The waste exists. 150,000 tons of them every year. What we need now is the infrastructure, the investment, and the collective will to make it happen. Because right now Abuja is at a crossroads. We can continue treating waste like something to hide away in dumps like Gosa, hoping that the problem doesn't grow faster than our ability to contain it. Or we can recognize that what we're throwing away is exactly what we need to boost food security, boost manufacturing capacity, and help achieve energy independence. If you learned something from this video today, please share it with somebody. If you want to keep exploring infrastructure that is transforming Africa, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and leave your opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video.